Hello there. Today I watched Netflix's new film Lift, and now I want to talk about it. It's a heist movie with romance elements. The story and screenplay were written by Daniel Kunka, and the film was directed by F. Gary Gray. It stars Kevin Hart as Cyrus, Gugu Mbatha as Agent Abby Gladwell, Bernd Gorman as Cormac the head henchman, and Jean Reno as the terrorist Jorgensen. The film starts with Cyrus and his team's last heist. We see them pull off a big job, and then we're introduced to a government agent called Abby who works for Interpol. She's about to bust Cyrus and his team when her boss tells her to make him a deal. Her boss wants Cyrus to steal some gold from a world-famous terrorist to stop him from buying a superweapon that could destroy everything. Cyrus and his team of misfits take on the challenge together with Agent Gladwell. The cast is made up of one-note characters who exist to do a job and support Cyrus and Abby on their journey. Cyrus has a team of people who each have a speciality. Then there are a few people they recruit for the mission and a few generic villains on the other side. There are also a few government-type characters, one of which is an at-any-cost guy. For the main characters, you have Cyrus, Abby, and Jorgensen the terrorist. Cyrus is a smooth-talking criminal who always knows what to say and do. He can do anything and exists to act as a mentor for every single member of his team. He's the leader and takes responsibility for the rest of them. Abby is a government agent with a good heart. She wants to follow the rules but ends up breaking them to help Cyrus and his friends, and finds herself evolving as a result of it. Abby is smart, good at fighting, and can be talked through anything. Jorgensen is your typical evil bad guy. He murders people and does evil things. Why? No one knows. But we know he's really bad because when people mention his name, they get all serious. The visual journey starts with an art heist and a boat chase in Venice. It then transitions into a bunch of conversations about the upcoming heist and then several montage scenes of them preparing for the heist. About halfway through the film, the actual heist starts and it lasts until the end. For big moments, you have heist montages, a few fistfights, and a bunch of CGI scenes of the plane flying and then crashing. Sound-wise, the film uses instrumentals and a few original songs to flavor the atmosphere and support the emotional journey. The original songs are generally American pop songs used during montages and transitions to liven up the mood. The instrumentals appear during action sequences or emotional conversations in an attempt to draw out and elevate the emotion in those scenes. The instrumentals have a bit of a hip-hop sound to them. Okay, so how was it? The writing is completely unoriginal, and frankly, it feels like they took Ocean's 11 and did Mad Libs with the script to come up with a new story. The characters are extremely boring and one-dimensional. The leads are Gary and Mary Sue. The characters around them exist as one-note caricatures with stereotypical personalities that just disappear into the background after they do their part. It's hard to get invested in the story because you know how it's going to end right from the beginning. There are also no stakes at any point in the film. You're never worried that Cyrus or his team might fail or get injured in any way. The cast does what they can with the material given, but there's nothing for them to stand out with. There are a lot of technical explanations from different members, and they do okay with them. The only people who are called to show any emotion are Gugu Mbatha and Kevin Hart. They're given pretentious, over-dramatic lines, and neither of them succeeds in making them sound good. The two of them also have negative chemistry. They don't work together as a couple at all. Visually, the film is okay. It uses a lot of CGI for the plane portion of the film and the boat chase, but the textures aren't too bad. It's still quite obvious, though. The journey itself makes sense and tells the story in a clear and somewhat catchy manner, too. Its standout moments aren't that impressive, though. They overuse the CGI for the heist elements, and it just looks like a bad cartoon, and the action parts are television quality at best. They sub in stuntmen, and we watch them participate in fairly standard action sequences. Sound-wise, the music does an okay job of entertaining the audience and adding a bit of atmosphere. When it comes to supporting the emotional journey, the instrumentals do as much as they can, but they aren't able to have a big impact. The hip-hop style of the instrumentals was a neat touch, but the music wasn't a significant part of the movie. It exists, it does its job, but it's not winning any awards. Overall, Lift is a boring recreation of the standard heist movie. It does an okay job of the journey, the cast does what they can, but there's just nothing original or moving about this film or the story. If you're bored and you need something to watch, there are much better heist movies with a lot more originality to them. As for a rating, I'd give this film a 4 out of 10. Remember, these are just my thoughts on the film. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Bye-bye.